Here we are live for another Tour De Zwift Tour Ride Stage 4 Scenic Views. There were some other ones that I could have chosen, but I decided to go with this one rather than France, which would have been my other option. So, ready to go, getting warmed up. So what we're looking at here is number 4, which is happening right now. Getting ready to roll out here soon. This one I think suits me a little bit, though I'm a little bit concerned because I went out and rode. It was only 30 minutes, but it was pretty hard right out of the bat. So I put in a pretty hard 20-minute effort, actually boosted my FTP on Zwift. So, whoa, tired. So I'm doing the longer ride. Welcome to Sand and Sequoias. We'll be pushing through the desert town of Saddle Springs before descending through the gorgeous trees of Titan's Grove. 2 laps, I believe. And that means we're going to have to head up a climb a couple of times, hoping that doesn't knock me out. But we should be rolling off here in about 4 minutes or so. So I'm on, spinning in the paddock, getting ready to go, what you need to do. Of course, I want to comment that I'm basically doing these videos to bring some exposure to the I Do It For Foundation, and love for you to participate in having your own Do It For Foundation. You can't read that very well, but it says, do it for someone you love. So you're already riding your bike, you're already running, you probably have some events planned for this coming year that you hope will take place. Why don't you add a little extra to it by doing that for someone else? Choose someone that you know that's going through a trial now, especially people going through medical trials, or it may be someone is looking to adopt. You know, it's a pretty expensive undertaking. So you can do it for your friend and raise money while you are training. So you're using your training as well as your fundraising prowess to encourage someone that you love. So I just finished last week the ride for Larry for my particular part of it. I did a 12-hour trainer ride in honor of Larry McKeithen and raised about $4,100 as an I Do It For project. So check out idoitfor.org. Love to have you participate with us. So let's head over and see what's happening in Zwift. I'm still here on the paddock. You see the group around us. Looks like there's only 412 or so people currently signed up. I thought there would be more. Down below, you'll see down here, the I Do It For Foundation, and then funds needed. Well, all the money raised for I Do It For goes to the people that we're raising the money for. Any administrative fees, etc., the foundation covers those. So, frankly, we need people to help us to cover those expenses so that 100% can go to the need. So hop on and give. Go to idoitfor.org, and you'll notice a button up there in the front menu, top menu. It says Foundation Support. Log on, give some. If you're a U.S. citizen, it is tax deductible to give to the foundation. The more money we have to cover these expenses, the more projects we can do. All right, we're getting ready to start off here. Don't know if I'm going to be doing a lot of talking today because I want to kind of ride, see what happens. Maybe I'm worn out and I'll be hurting, but let's see what happens today. Since we only have that one climb and some rollers, I might be able to hang pretty well. So let's just say about 500 people on board, I'd like to target the top 5. So get up there in the top 20%, maybe in the top 100 for the entire day. Of course, I won't be able to do this the whole time. This is about what I put out for 20 minutes last night. This ride is going to be more than 20 minutes. Supposedly, I should be able to average around 305 watts for the entire ride. But we'll see. I'm not so sure how accurate the Zwift FTP algorithms are. This seems doable. If I can just get in to the drafts and not try to go crazy. Looks like there's a big group starting to get a gap up ahead. I also have to keep in mind that we have a climb coming up. Thanks, Stephen. Appreciate it. Getting some chat in this is encouraging. Thanks for checking it out. I was excited about what we did with the Ride for Larry. Thank you for your participation. Tell your friends about I Do It For. Foundation can continue to use people's support. So we can do more I Ride for Larry. I ride for Connie. I ride for Tom, etc. I don't know, Stephen. You don't know until you jump on and try. Yeah. If I keep this up for too long, I'm also going to be at the back of the pack. This is over my normal speed that I can maintain for too long. 40 kilometers, 2 laps. I got a feather. That could come in handy on the climb. I was 70th on the Fuego Flats. Fuego Flats? Is that how you pronounce it? We're still maintaining a pretty decent gap to that front group. I'm not going to try to close it, but if these guys want to pull me up there, I'm happy to sit in and get the draft. Stephen, do you have any exercise regimen? Run, walk, lift, swim, whatever the case might be. Okay, this I could actually handle. I think there might have been a group that went off that we're not seeing. One of the issues, I think, Zwift just had an update. And the update was trying to help with crashes. Not crashes, bicycle crashes, but computer crashes. And I think one of the things they did was lower the amount of riders you see before you and behind you. Though really, at 9th place, 10th, I think I am in the front group at the moment. So just settle in here. If I can stay right here and stay under 300 watts, things will be looking pretty good. For a while. I need to shift a little bit here, bring my RPMs up. Again, that's why they always called my blog lowcadence.com, because I just typically turn a bigger ring at a higher cadence, a lower cadence. Probably not the best thing, but it's just where I find my sweet spot. So 85 to 90 revolutions per minute is typically where I like to be. But 9.2, this isn't bad. I would say this is probably good for me. 90 to 95. I do think it comes with training. I could change. I could find a new sweet spot by just doing it, because you're basically going by muscle memory. So you really want your best default where your body naturally goes to be right in the sweet spot of what you can sustain given the effort. Okay, 260, 259. This is doable. It's how long can I hang out here? What's going to happen on the climb? That's the question. when I did the I Ride for Larry last week, I had put in a good amount of hours on the trainer in anticipation for that 12-hour ride. That ride ended up being about 193. People say just round it up to 200. Okay, well, it ended up being close to a 200-mile ride. And it wasn't easy. I did the full PRL. So, what is that, 8 times up Box Hill? So, I'm sure had I come here and just did Tempest Fugit all day, I could have gotten a lot more mileage. But I tried to get 2 badges, the PRL full and one of the mountain badges on Watopia. So that really pulled down my speed, and of course, therefore, how many miles I covered. Okay, this is nice. Around 250. If we can keep this up, life will be good. 46 kilometers an hour. So we had about a 40-kilometer event. We're looking at, I think, even with the climb, we're looking at a less than an hour. Less than an hour, or right around an hour for this event. So my plan is not to do anything crazy. If I get on the climb, I just want to stay with the front group, maybe start in the front so I can ease off on the climb. I don't even mind if some crazy people get off the front and leave me behind, because I'm not trying to be the first person today. Just want a good finish. Hey Siri, turn on left crosswind. Okay, left crosswind is on. So now I got a fan blowing air on me from the left. Ah, I forgot to open the door. Hey Siri, send a text message to Josiah Pait. Could you come downstairs and open my office door? Comma, thank you. Send it. Okay, here we are, coming into the beginning of the climb. Not the major climb, but into the Sequoia area, which is rolling. And there's an initial ramp coming off of the flats into that. So here we go. And I see things stretching out because there are people who are like, now I'm in my world. Leave you fat dudes in the back. I'm gone. So I'll let them go. Thank you. My son just came and opened the door for me. Turning on my fan reminded me that when I do this with the office door closed, carbon dioxide level climbs. So I need to open the door so I can not end up breathing less than oxygen. Okay, here we go. This is it. We're not on the measured climb yet, but these are the rollers leading up to it. There's one guy way off the front. It's like 2 turns ahead of me. What might end up happening is I'm not pushing too hard. It's possible some other people are. So I've just got to take care of myself, ride at my pace. It's possible I might bring some of them back. So let's just see. Whew. There won't be much conversation now. See the rabbits, chase them down, draft when I can. At this point, my target is in the top 20%. I have to be happy with 37th, 38th. See where we are over the climb. Okay, climb proper starts here. I'm 4 seconds behind the people in front. I'm not going to chase them down. I'm just going to let them go. Looking at their output in watts per kilogram, we're pretty even. Don't know if I'll catch them, but they're not getting crazy away. There are some who are almost 30 seconds plus. So just understand, I'm not treating this like a race, except for a race for myself. I know what my ability is, and what I ideally want is to ride on the edge of that. So I'll be satisfied if that's what I do. Second objective, top 20% out of 500. I now see they're 550, so that makes top 20% even more doable. settling into my climbing cadence. Upper 70s, lower 80s. Wish I had my steering so I could cut these corners. Actually makes a difference. Now, concern is I'm kind of sitting alone. So when we get over, looks like there are only like 3 of us in a position to help draft. So the front group is going to pull away. The back group is going to catch us. So do I push hard to catch those guys 4 seconds ahead, or do I fall back, take it easy, and get in that group and conserve? I don't know. Right now, my legs are okay. Heart rate isn't too bad. I am staying close to those guys. If I deploy my feather here, maybe I can get nearer to them before we go over the top. Maybe catch them coming down. Okay, that worked. Okay, sit in. Arrow boosted help there. Oh my, there goes my green screen. Don't worry about the green screen. Get on the back. Hang on. Don't go on the front. Stay in. Follow group is about 20 seconds behind. Five of us. We'll see what happens. Going through some rolling hills. Stay with these guys. Are we waiting? They wanting me to come up? Other people to pull? Obviously, I don't know what their objectives are. When we get down on the bottom, I'm definitely going to pull through and do my part. But right now, I'm not certain what to do. Okay, picked up another rider. Starting to jump on, follow them, getting in a draft. I'm wondering if the finish on the climb, because there typically isn't a banner up there. So that makes a big difference. If the banner is on the climb is the finish, then you're going to be able to let it go a little bit more on that climb. If it's not, then you've got to manage yourself a little better. Okay, we're getting caught, definitely. My legs are starting to feel a little tired. Probably has something to do with my cadence. That's where the training comes in, because I know that higher cadence is probably going to keep my legs more supple, but when my mind is saying more power, I want to shift and go down. Hey Siri, set trainer lamp to 40%. I must be on 40. Okay, settle in. While we're settling in, it's time for a commercial. Please consider giving to the I Do It For Foundation. Just go to idoitfor.org, click on the foundation support button in the top menu, and give your tax-deductible gift. It will help us do more I Do It For projects. Hey Siri, turn on, well, no, never mind. Man. Well, I can't figure out what it is. Just can't get this green screen business to work. Okay, at least halfway. Is it too much light there? What's causing this? Nope. Huh. So sitting in, this is all going to come down to the climb, because no one is going to go off. So I'm not either, because I know if I attempted to do that, I would definitely drop. My guess is I'm pretty safe for a top 50 finish. Let's see what happens. Turn on the turn lights. Whoa! That doesn't work. Seems like when the door opened, that's when I started having issues. So the door must be making my lighting imbalanced, causing my green screen to need to be adjusted. Why am I worried about that right now? Come on. Right now the channel has about, I don't know, 627 subscribers, which to me, I'm amazed there are that many. But I would welcome more. And the reason why I'm doing this is to bring awareness to the I Do It For Foundation. I'm not an incredible racer or anything like that, but I have been on Zwift since around 2015. If you do a search for Zwift videos, you might see some from back in that day. I was one of the first Zwifters to be streaming. Of course, I wasn't streaming. I was capturing my races and then commenting over them. But boy, that took a lot of work, and can't do that with all I have on my plate. So then I discovered streaming live. Hey, I can talk and race, or ride as the case might be, and talk a little bit about my Zwifting experiences. Talk a little bit about I do it for. Encourage other over 50 riders to get Zwifty after 50. I do not want to let go of my fitness. And Zwift is a huge help in that. So I may not be a top Zwifter, but I love getting in and pushing myself, staying on top of things. And shoot, 41st on a ride with 560 some. I'll take that. Siri just thought I was wanting to play music. I wonder what song. Sounded like she said playing Mob Boss, whatever that is. Hey Siri, pause music. I like to use Siri for my, yeah, she didn't come on. Good. For my fan controls. So I don't have to push buttons. I can just tell her to turn on the particular fan I want. Right now I have 3 of them. Stand up. Probably going to end up disappearing off the top, but I need to get my rear end off. Whew. That was really the hardest part of my trainer session. 12 hours was the saddle. I still am a little bit tender. It's kind of like having, let's see, I think I can talk about this without it getting too gross. But if you've been riding for as long as I have, sitting in the saddle, you kind of get your own leather pads. They're calluses down there where you meet the seat. So most of the time you have no issues, but it's just like when you've got a callus on your foot and you're running, it doesn't bother you too much. As a matter of fact, it kind of helps protect your feet. But if you keep doing it, what ends up happening is the callus starts shifting, starts wanting to come loose, and that can be pretty painful. So, gotta be careful about that. Chamois butter helps so that your callus doesn't shift as much. It will slide over your chamois. but even that can only protect you for so long. Oh, I'm down way too low on my cadence. All right. Yeah, that feels good. Staying in here. Pretty soon, we'll start the climbing the ramp to the Titan's Grove. Yeah, I don't think we're finishing at the top. We're probably finishing at the Fuego Flats banner. So I'm just going to hang in with these guys. Again, this isn't a race for me. I'm just trying to get a good effort, trying to show people who watch the video what it's like to be in the Tour De Zwift Stage 4, the Sequoias. And my strategy for doing that, which is basically try to get into a group that can maintain your effort, sit in as much as possible, stay with them, see what happens on the climb, and then once I'm over the last climb, come over the top, whatever position I'm in, that's what I'm going to try to hold to the finish. If somebody comes around me, then it is going to turn into a race, because I'm going to want to finish in front of that person. But I'm not going to kill myself to chase someone on the climb. I'm just going to settle into my pace. So, let's see what happens. We're entering Titan's Grove. And automatically, pace picks up. Everybody knows this is it. People who are planning on doing something, this is the place where they'll do it. If they have anything in their reserves, which I do not, I might look like I'm doing okay. I can tell my legs, if I were to stand, try to go right now, they would throw me right back down. But if I can just keep this and not try to push, I should be okay. Definite top 50 is in the offering. And one of these days, I will go an entire ride with my green screen working. That's more disappointing to me than my ride. Whew. Looks like the group in front of us is long gone. Here's the climb proper. We're looking at about 5 minutes on the climb. So far, people are treating me well. So long that lasts. Oh, feeling it now. Who's got what it takes to maintain this to the top? Hey Siri, studio. Oh, there they go. $5 per kilogram. Whew. It's on me. Keep it going over the top. Don't let up. Keep going. There you go. Let's go. Okay. Chase. Catch your wind. Use it. Use it down now. Staying on the pedals. Not coasting, but not pushing either. Oh, it's having to recalibrate. All right. 6 kilometers. These guys that caught me. Gotta stay with them. I hope. Now I'm hurting. Oh, come on. Stay with it. Whew. Oh, get off these rollers. Ah. Oh. Oh. Okay. Man, come on. Hang on to the back. Cover. I'm just going to try to stretch it out 2 kilometers. Spin in circles. Stay in the draft. Don't go in the front. Kilometer and a half. Come on. Hang in there. Under a kilometer. Oh, well, under an hour. I think I got what I wanted. Stay here for now. Oh. Okay, catch my breath. Ooh. Well, thank you for joining me. Thank you for putting up with my green screen. One of these days I'll get it fixed, so it won't be shifting on us. Remember to give to idoitfor.org. Go to the site, follow the link to the foundation support in the main menu. Please help me keep the foundation going, helping more people in need, to be an encouragement to them and help them in their financial needs. So for the Ride for Larry, we only need $325 to cover the expenses incurred there. So get $325 tax deductible gifts. Do it for someone you love. Thank you for joining me, and I'm going to sign off and wish you well. See you back